Second part of this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the man got to say. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the platform. Do remember that the Cash App is now available. And also follow me on all platforms. The link and the name of the Cash App is being dropped by Nightbot. It's pinned at the top of the comment section and it's in the description. Also, the PayPal is there as well. The link and the name is there. All right, Cash App is DH, well, money sign, of course, DH7220. Uh, Peachin is the name, right, on it, on the Cash App. And, yeah, PayPal is Bolo876J. All right, let's get it.
Thank you very much, Minister Young. Some of the serious crimes that we've had to deal with and to face in this country involve home invasions, extortion, demanding money with menaces, threats to one's life, one's family life, threatening arson on businesses.
Why do you think it is that women over the age of 40 struggle more?
Perimenopausal women are dismissed.
Kidnappings, particularly kidnappings for ransom, and of course murders, woundings, and shootings.
You know what? Trinidad and Tobago should have been on the state of emergency. Say what now? Kidnapping? Holding for ransom? Oh yeah, that's some high, different levels of crime. Lord have mercy. Y'all should have been calling the Coast Guard. I'm talking about, man. Hey. Yo. What? Y'all should have been called for backup, man. That's crazy, bro.
And I highlight this to demonstrate for those who wrongly believe that the government is not equally or more concerned than every one of us about what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking to the national community on behalf of his government, the Prime Minister recently published a statement just a couple days ago. In that statement, he said, and I quote, "The unacceptable high level of violent crime in the country has attracted the consistent attention and not inconsiderable resources of the state. There is much more to be done in very many areas. It was my hope and genuine expectation that the ongoing national effort against violent crime, particularly murders and other violent assaults, would have seen a reduction in the number as we go forward." As much, he went on to say, as much as the police has done, they are required to do much more if the stated objectives are to be attained. The government will continue to provide full support to the police and other agencies and encourages all stakeholders from the home to the courthouse to provide no safe harbor and comfort to the criminal element.
I wonder if them people have tried God yet. I wonder if Trinidad and Tobago has tried God. Where are the remnants in Trinidad and Tobago? Where's the women and men of God? They got it. They must have been warning. They must have been warning for a long time before this came to this.
Which believes that it can plan, execute, and terrorize this nation with impunity. And we have all seen crimes perpetrated with impunity. No mask, no attempt to hide, high daylight, in very public places, impunity. He went on to say, in part, "We call on households of interest to get involved in doing more to increase the safety and security we also desperately need. Special appeals, I make some special appeals. If I make special appeals, they are to the police, that they make the criminals uncomfortable with penetrating methods. To those who know and are doing or saying nothing, stop normalizing criminal conduct in your social life. And to those who share the proceeds of the violent criminal conduct, stop encouraging or shielding your family members and friends who are encouraging criminal conduct. The statement continues.
Wow.
The government does not believe that we are a nation that cannot get the upper hand on criminal conduct, which has evolved to becoming a major public health issue at this time. But we will all need to do more and even do differently if we are to keep violent criminal conduct where it belongs. I quoted from this statement to demonstrate a couple things. One, that the government, through the lips of the Prime Minister, remains severely, deeply concerned about the circumstances facing you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But I also highlight this to reinforce his appreciation of the fact, because it was the Prime Minister who led a regional consultation at the Hyatt in 2023 in the month of April, I think the 17th of April and the 18th, where we identified not just Trinidad and Tobago, but the region, violence and crime as a public health concern. So he's calling on all of us, treating it the way COVID-19 was handled by all of us, making personal sacrifices.
I don't like how he using that. I don't like that. That's a red flag for me, sir. Why are they bringing up C-19? Why are they bringing up using those draconian so basically y'all saying that y'all are a failed state, that you don't have the strategy, you don't have the personnel, you don't have the brains, you don't have nothing to fight the criminals are outdoing you in Trinidad and Tobago. So you gotta impose, exploit innocent people's constitutional rights to quote unquote catch these criminals. Why are they using C-19 as a like this is the blueprint? I don't like that. That smells really fishy to me. This is why I'm at the point where I'm saying, who benefits from this the most? Who is the unseen hand in Trinidad and Tobago? What? When the coast is clear, right? Because you know how they do. No chaos is they don't waste the chaos, right? Who will be the beneficiary of them taking these draconian measures? 2 months from now, they're gonna say, and this is just my estimate, 2 months from now, they're gonna go, we have to do more. We have to take away more of your rights to get this under control. This is how much y'all want to bet? It's the same blueprint because they talking about C-19, right? How much y'all want to bet? Man, oh man, boy. 2025, boy. Man. Ooh, constant prayer, baby. Constant prayer. God is the only answer.
Yeah, let's go. Turn up on the donations. Thank you for the love, gentle people. Let's get it. Turn me up. Turn it up.
Timo TV tip $10. Salute my brother. Watchin' from work. Full score flex biceps medium dark skin tone.
Hey, salute to Timo in the building, the broski coming through with the donation. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, when you use the anonymous link, that's how your donation is read out. You heard? So yeah, y'all should try it. It's cool. It's cool. Shout out to my brother Timo in the building. Thank you for the 10, my brother. I really appreciate your support of the platform. As always, let's continue.
Doing things to deal with this matter. It is not about Dino Brega alone, or Muhammad alone, or Heinz alone. It is about all of us. And I heard by seeing it the way COVID-19, so violence and crime as a public health concern. So he's calling on all of us, treating it the way COVID-19 was handled by all of us, making personal sacrifices, doing things to deal with this matter. It is not about Dino Brega alone, or Muhammad alone, or Heinz alone. It is about all of us. And I heard, much to my pleasure, the very highly educated and spiritually attuned Archbishop Jason Gordon.
We need to research who this bishop is. Who? What bishop?
Or Heinz alone. It is about all of us. And I heard, much to my pleasure, the very highly educated and spiritually attuned Archbishop Jason Gordon.
Jason Gordon. I'm going to look him up. Gotta go ask the pastor about this Jason Gordon person. Jason Gordon? Is it Trinidad? Yeah, I should put Jason Gordon Trinidad. Let me look him up. Charles Jason Gordon. Trinidad, Roman Catholic.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Hey, who mans is this? Oh, mans is this?
All right, let me just do some. Let me just do some research. Can I find a video of this dude? All right, let's go to his Instagram. Archbishop got his Instagram. Pope. Okay. This dude is definitely connected. He linked with the Pope. Yeah. Hey. He got a lot of pictures with the Pope. Wow. Wow. How is the spiritually in tuned bishop like this is happening in a place where he is? Maybe that's a bad question. Man, you know, has he warned them of any, you know how the prophets say, yo, we need to fast, we need to pray, this is gonna happen, like, yeah, this is screaming conspiracy. I'm sorry if I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, this is screaming conspiracy for me. This man has made two references already that is irking my spirit, and I cannot help myself. He mentioned C-19 measures and this archbishop.
Deal with this matter. It is not about Dino Brega alone,
something ain't
or
right.
Muhammad alone, or Heinz alone. It is about all of us. And I heard, much to my pleasure, the very highly educated and spiritually attuned Archbishop Jason.
Highly educated and spiritually attuned? So he never warned y'all? He never got no word from, I'm just asking. He never got no word of his spiritually attunedness, of none of this that is coming to Trinidad. No way that God said, this is the way you're going to solve the problem. You as the country have to do, like, there's nothing. I'm just asking. I don't know.
Gordon, the Archbishop of Port of Spain, he, in a recent interview with CNC3, endorsed this approach, the public health issue approach.
I know this is a conspiracy. Oh, yeah, this is definitely... He's speaking about the public health approach way too much. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for 2025. Lord have mercy. We are going to face it. Yeah, we gonna face it, boy. You thought C-19 was a battle? Man, when these people start, boy,
Measure the very highly educated and spiritually attuned Archbishop Jason Gordon, the Archbishop of Port of Spain. He, in a recent interview with CNC3, endorsed this approach, the public health issue approach, and called equally on all of us. I was quite happy to see that. In my view, he began a conversation, or continued a conversation begun by this government, a conversation that will only take us into positive places. Recently,
I thought my daughter was crazy for squeezing in chair yoga until I saw her after a couple of weeks.
I made it my goal to get a toned body as soon as possible.
two youngsters, a 13-year-old, I think, and a 15-year-old, found a firearm in a closed basket in a house somewhere in South Trinidad. So it is reported. One of them lost his life, a 15-year-old. On that occasion, the police was able to recover the firearm. But from the reports available to me, it has not yet been able to identify who would have made that firearm available for access to those youngsters. And I recall several years ago in the Mova district, one New Year's night, someone on top of the roof of his house discharged the firearm down through the roof, accidentally perhaps, most likely, and the life of a 4-year-old was lost. I don't think the police ever recovered that firearm, nor was able to identify from that household who the perpetrator was. So the Prime Minister's words here are very apposite. Minister Young touched on it. So I want to elucidate just a little more about the communication that we would have received from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, which highlighted, among other things, that on Friday, the 27th of December, last Friday, we lost 2 lives. One gang-related, another arising out of a domestic situation. On Saturday, the 28th, we lost another life, the one referred to earlier, outside of the Besson Street station, gang-related. And then on Sunday, you would have heard, to take the figure to 9, 5 persons in the Port of Spain area outside in Prisgalands, all of which are gang-related based on the police's classification as the problem.
you know, the reason why Jamaica can't do this, or they won't do it, let me tell you, 2 things. I don't know if they're gonna try it in 2025. For the government of Jamaica to have a curfew, like a state of emergency all around, I think it's gonna hurt them in the election. I think it's gonna hurt them. So, I don't think they're trying to do that. They already is in a bad space with the people, especially this Christmas. Like man, listen, and Jamaica in a really, really unique spot right now, man. It is. Jamaica to me is a walking time bomb, unfortunately waiting to explode. And that's on every level, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Yeah, Jamaica is a ticking time bomb. Stuff could, what?
Probable causes.
What?
And then one in the Eastern Division, the motive is thus far currently unknown. So this escalation over the last 48 hours follows 15 homicides during the 4 days that preceded it, from Monday the 23rd of December 2024 to Thursday the 26th of December 2024. You would have heard from Minister Young the challenges that they explained to us in terms of reprisals and what have you, and the police are interpreting all of this as a virtual outbreak of gang violence affecting and traumatizing the entire society. We get feedback from the public through the media and directly very often, and from all the agencies, about the trauma, the fear that the society has been put in. Let me share with you some of the broader statistics year to date. Well, as at the 26th of December 2024, this is what I have. 551 incidents, murders, but 614 victims. So of the 551 incidents, 614 people would have died, 93 of which were incidents with more than one victim. In particular, for that period, there were 33 double homicides, 8 triple homicides, 4 quadruple homicides, and 1 quintuple homicide. As Minister Young would have explained and you would have understood, a lot having to do with the type of weapon and the type of ammunition that is in the theater of these conflicts. A lot of it intergang, having nothing to do with you and me, but we are traumatized by it as a society, and in many cases we are innocent bystander victims to it. And with all of the international implications about the state and all of the commentary, quite a serious state of affairs. Woundings and shootings, quite in addition to the murders I've just highlighted to you. So far, 616 incidents of woundings and shootings, meaning where the person, the victim, is shot, but fortunately did not die. And those 616 incidents of wounding and shootings accounted for 713 victims. There's no doubt in my mind that we are dealing with an epidemic. And this is why we're treating this as a public health concern, as I explained earlier. We, at the Ministry of National Security, making our contribution to the deliberations that transpired over the last few hours leading to the declaration of a public emergency, we consider this to be a very necessary and useful development. It will give the police service, supported by the Defense Force, the leverage to fight back against these trends on your behalf, the law-abiding citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. The way the
So, I can't help but compare Jamaica. I'm sorry. I live here. All right. Did you see what I just showed y'all? Maybe you guys are just listening and you're not paying attention to the screen. So at the sound of my voice, give an eye to the screen, ladies and gentlemen. This article was published December 9th. This is the Gleaner. All right, December 9th. I want you to look at what it said right here. 25 homicides start December. Now, this was documented. See, the Jamaica Constabulary Force reports that as at December 7th, the unalive toll stood at such and such, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So at December 7th, ladies and gentlemen, we had in 7 days, a week, 25 homicides. There was not a state of emergency. Christmas was not shut down, and they still maintain that crime was down 18% compared to the year before. I don't know what that even means, but yeah, this is Jamaica. I said this earlier on my live that I did. The fact that I'm alive, not that I'm into anything, but the way how Jamaica is going is like you could just be a casualty regardless. Innocent people have died all throughout the year from homicides. I'm talking about massacres have happened. The first time we've seen that, well, I've seen it. I ain't never seen or heard about no massacre happening in Jamaica. The only massacre I know is the artist. All right, that's it. He does his rapping and his dancehall music or whatever, but I ain't never seen no massacre. 6, 7, 8 people one time type of ish. Crazy. 25 people in a week, bro. That's 3+ people a day. Is this like, what are we doing? Trinidad out here locking it down. You heard? Locking it down. And I believe Jamaica wants to do that too. But Andrew wants to win the election. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna pull that trigger if they see like they're gonna lose the election next year. I don't know. Something to look into. Something to keep an eye on. You know? Let's continue.
Regulations are going to be structured, as you would have heard Minister Young elucidate, are intended to deal specifically with the lawless and the lawbreakers, and to allow the law-abiding citizenry, the business operators, individuals, groups, to operate their lives as they would normally and ordinarily do. But by our focus on the criminal elements, they will now be allowed to carry on their lives in the peace that we all deserve, in the peace that we all expect. So this is a welcome development for us in national security. I can tell you that operations are underway. I am aware, out of those operations, that persons who are known to the police and the focus of police attention are being engaged by the police and the defense force, all as we have indicated, in the protection and to create safety and security for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The gangs are a major part of this. So I want to share with you, very briefly, the probable cause statistics as are available to me from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Domestic incidents, 32. Robbery, this is of the murders so far, 60. Revenge, 55. Drug, 84. Altercations, unknown, 29, and other 8, meaning the police understand those 8 that have come out of a need, sometimes in family situations, for financial and property gain. But gangs accounted for 263 of them.
Do this until February 1st. On January 1st, we're starting a 4-week chair workout challenge for beginners over 50. Here's a personalized plan of
263 of them. So, as a result, we consider that this declaration of a public emergency is to confront the criminals and to allow law enforcement easier access than ordinary to them in light of the crises that they have presented to this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, those things said, we are now available for any questions that you, the members of the media, would have and pose on behalf.
All right. Before they go into the questions, I want to share my screen, cap off what this man has said to us. I wanted to make sure I had the evidence. All right, so what does this caption say, ladies and gentlemen? Jamaica recorded 54 homicides in the first 2 weeks of December, with 25 in the first week and 29 in the second week. All right, after 50 weeks in 2024, an average of 22 homicides were committed weekly, and it gets better. You know what they said in the report? Do you know what these people had the audacity to say in a report? They had the audacity to say that Jamaica is statistically, compared to last year, we're going down. Like, I don't know about y'all, but when I see 22 homicides a week, I couldn't come out of my face to say that we're having a decrease in homicides. 22 a week, that is still 3 persons a day. We are not fighting a war in Iraq. And we have 22 people. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I personally and others in this country do not believe that those stats are accurate. A lot of us believe that those stats are lies that has been told to us. That is what is really, really scary. We literally, listen, there's people out there that is doing their own statistics. There is homicides and that have not come on the news ever. And we are wondering, have these been documented? Have they been putting these numbers into here and there since the year has started? Trust me, everything is gonna come. Everything gonna come to light. But as it's presently, we don't believe them. We don't. No well-thinking Jamaican believes those statistics that they're telling us. We don't feel it here. But Trinidad has a state of emergency, though. Let me tell you, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. This is very interesting.